How to derive the indirect utility function from the given direct utility function and the budget constraint. So first what we do, we maximize the direct utility function with respect to the budget constraint. Then we apply the tangency condition, that is at what happens at the optimum point, that is the slope of the budget line and indifference curve should be equal, and this is shown by, that is the marginal rate of substitution between two goods should be equal to the ratio of the prices. This denotes the slope of the indifference curve, this denotes the slope of the budget line. After that what we do, so we equate the MRS with the ratio of the prices, then we find out the demand function for, and we solve it for y, and then we get the demand function for good x. Then we plug this value of demand function for good x back into this function to get the demand function of, rather for good y, that is m upon 2py. Then to find out the indirect utility function, what we do, we plug the demand functions for good y and good x back into the utility function to get the indirect utility function. That is, indirect utility function is a function of prices and income. Solving it, we get m square upon 4 px and px times py. So this is indirect. Why? Because utility indirectly depends upon the prices of good x and y and income. Okay, direct in the sense that consumption, rather utility directly depends upon the consumption of how much we consume of the two goods, but the consumption depends upon the prices and income. That is, we say this is our indirect utility function. It depends upon the prices and income.